Hey guys, welcome to another episode. In this one, we are going to break down the latest and greatest news from NBA Top Shot and condense it so you can save some time. Let's get straight into it. Throwdowns. The Throwdown Packs performed well. The queue performed very well, and they understand that there was a lot of conjecture around the value of the packs. What they did own is a lot of people have said they minted too many, and I get their point, but the All-Stars were minted at 2021 to be exact, and these were minted at 1800. What they did own was they probably minted too many players, and there was 51 in all. We thought there was going to be 5 challenges of 9 equaling 45, 5 rewards to those challenges, and the 51st would be a master challenge. There is going to be no master challenge. They will think of a creative way to distribute that one. They don't know what that is yet. Increasingly aware that the collectors often value the player over the moment. So what they're saying is they minted too many moments, not minted too many of the actual mint count. So 51 was too high a number, is what they were saying, and they didn't quite nail it on the head in that regard. Their goal was to mint the best throwdowns from the 2021 season. Slight problem with that in that the Rising Stars set has the Dunk of the Year in Anthony Edwards. The other one is, again, 51, do we need 51? And there's no escaping it. Some people were just frankly disappointed with the players that they got. So throwdowns weren't minted too high, but there were just too many players. Not likely there will be a master challenge for the throwdowns, so the 51st player will be distributed in some sort of creative way. Playoffs, here we go. Expect to see lots happening in the playoffs. Will be legendary and common playoff drop coming. We know the next one is going to be Hustle and Show, the next pack. Then we're going to have Holo Icon, and then after that we're going to have some sort of premium pack. Hustle and Show should drop in the next 2 weeks. He originally said next week, but he thought just to be safe he would say in the next 2 weeks. Holo was delayed again, so Hustle and Show will be next. So this reinstates some previous news we have had. We have been told before we're going to get a common playoff drop and a legendary playoff drop. We don't know what round they'll be in, but that will happen. They also stated that Holo was delayed, but they were going to do Holo this week, the week that we just had Throwdowns, and that would have meant we would have had Throwdowns and Holo and all of these base packs. So they delayed it, and they stated that they also, this was the third time that they delayed it, they just didn't announce that, and that's sort of why they're not doing roadmaps, but more on that in a little bit later. Marketplace. Plans to help the market rebound, the question was asked. They understand that the valuations have gone down on some sets, but they stated that other sets haven't gone down. The base set and the throwdown, and there's lots of other sets that have not been affected. They want collectors to be able to bootstrap, as we've spoken about here, and hustle their way up to the different tiers in Top Shot, just like a game. And so making base packs accessible was a huge priority for them for the onboarding process in order to get people in there and get a pack quite early. A lot of us joined in a time where it was very, very hard to get packs, but now you can get lots of packs and perhaps bootstrap your way up into the next tiers. That's the goal anyway, whether you think that's happening now or not. There is a slight amount of luck and hustle to be able to do that at the moment, but that was their goal to have, and they argue that having lots of base packs in the ecosystem is actually a good thing for NBA Top Shot in the long run. The reason he stated that the base sets being in low value and regularly accessible is good is because it stops multi-accounting due to less profitability guaranteed, whereas before when there was a lot of profitability and it was guaranteed a return on investments, people were making multi-accounts to get multiple returns on investments. Now that's not the case. It makes the ecosystem better. I've stated earlier in this channel that when we had Alan Carr on Clubhouse, he said the botting issue was basically wasting all of our time into growing into the next stage. So as soon as we get past this, we'll be able to scale and grow in a manageable way against this sort of ecosystem where there's lots of bots and multi-accounts. So although it's a little bit painful that base sets can be $3 $1 Plumleys very soon, it could be a good thing for the ecosystem in the long term, and hopefully in the short term, when I say short term, in the playoffs. There is a serial number issue in the in NBA Top Shot that's being looked at. What was more identified was the feature to search by player type play types coming soon. So 3-pointers, dunks, assists, all that sort of stuff. I would like to see countries put in there as well, because I know people around the countries all around the world are looking to search in that way as well. Special events and collabs. And then we had FanDuel, which was a marketing partnership which took place. He stated that they've hired some superstars from the MLB, the NFL, and that they've got more capacity to do marketing and partnerships now. And so things like that are getting ramped up. He said, expect to see something in the playoffs. He said, rest assured, we're just getting started. There's hundreds of millions of fans who are into the NBA, and there was a video going around on Twitter about someone asking at the Hornets game, do you know what NBA Top Shot is? And he was asking lots and lots of people, and lots of people did not, even though they were at an NBA game. So I guess that sort of highlights the scope that they're talking about, in that there's lots of room to grow here. And I've stated that on this channel as well. eBay announced NFTs will sell on their platform. It was asked if Top Shot would partner with eBay. He said there's nothing to share. It's Jacob said it's been discussed internally, but nothing is on the table yet. I mean, they just got announced. It's still early doors, but you could imagine they've obviously always stated that selling and buying off market is not recommended. But could you imagine if it was legitimate and you could have your packs or moments on eBay? I still think that a bidding and an auction system within Top Shot is still a good way to go, and we know that's coming as well. The Showcase Challenge closed, and challenge rewards for originally were stated as early adopter packs. That was changed to Holo Icon, and that was due to a miscommunication internally. Holos were the only thing that they had in inventory that were a higher value. They didn't have enough inventory of early adopters to fulfill what was stated in that marketing that was going to be some of the prizes. So instead they were given Holo Icons because it had more value within, and that was the only thing that they had in inventory that had a higher value. So that's why that happened. The current Showcase Quest, they are always looking at ways to create alternatives for contests, and players it was asked, how do they validate players? Some are categorized outside their player positions. He said you can check, and we went through it in the last video, you can check actually in the moment. You can also search by position as well in the marketplace. So you can search by point guard, and you can search by power forward, but you can't search by assist or dunk yet. So that would have been nice to have just in place for this. But anyway, it's not. Also in the moment, if you scroll down far enough, you will see the position of the player at the moment that you're looking at. The community has built a tool which checks Showcase, and that one is called momentnerd.com/showcase. And you can see I've punched in my username here, and it checks what errors you've got in your Showcase, if any. So have you got the 3 seeing stars? Have you got the 3 assists? So on and so forth. And then it basically says, now it's not a Top Shot tool, so it might not be 100%, but from what I can tell, it's been working perfectly fine. And when my Showcase wasn't right, it said, and when it is right, it is also said. These are actually 2 different Luka Doncic's, but you can have the same moment, obviously different serial numbers, in your Showcase. They just said it wasn't encouraged because it would make for a lesser entertaining Showcase, which if you're doing the challenge, who cares? You do the challenge to complete the challenge, not to have a Showcase that, frankly, I'm not sure how many people are actually watching Showcases. We've all seen the highlights, or at least I have at this point. So, yeah. So you can have multiple of the same moments in this Quest Showcase. So if you've got 2 of the same seeing stars, or 2 of the same center dunks, for example, just use them. It's fine. Miscellaneous stuff. Roadmap. Are we getting one? Can we have a calendar? And then they went into the Holo Icon and why it was sort of delayed. The roadmap is constantly changing, and they brought up the example of the Holo being delayed again because of the Throwdown Pack, and that was the 3rd time it's been delayed. And I mean, for me, could you imagine if we had the Holo Icon pack in the same week as the Premium pack? People are already dumping Dapper to afford these packs, and if you had 2 of them in the same week, I think they did the right thing. Well, it could have been a good thing and a bad thing. It could have been a good thing in that people would have prioritized, right now I'm going for Hollow or I'm going for Throwdown, or it would have had a negative impact in that people would have been clearing even more Zapper on the marketplace to make room for these packs. But I thought it made sense when I heard it. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think they should ever drop two of those premium / legendary packs in the same week, or should they keep them one a week? And that's plenty. Interesting to know your thoughts on that one. So basically, their plans change all the time, and that's why we don't get a hard roadmap. I think through this news, what we do get is what we know is coming. We're getting Hustle and Show next. We know we're getting Hollow after that, and then after that, we are getting another premium pack. Then they went into some breaking news, in their words. All collectors on NBA Top Shot can now go through KYC if you haven't been able to already. This is good because if you go through KYC, you will then bypass marketplace cooldowns. So that's also another good thing. Also another good thing to account against the bots. It gives us a slight advantage, hopefully. Canada and the UK can now withdraw wire transfers to their banks. So that's good news for them. That's progress. That's been on the cards for a while. And you are now able to export your activity history as a .csv file. That's basically an Excel file, and so you can extract your history and have a look through it. So that'll be handy as well. They are talking to a lot of celebrities and influencers, and they're going to start doing that every Tuesday and Thursday to talk about Top Shot. Anyway, that's it for today. Lots of news, lots of packs to come. What do you think? What was the most significant piece of news today? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you got any value out of this channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a good day. See ya.